All praise, honor, and the glory go to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Peace and safety to the hopefully elect. All the sincere brothers out there, those scattered to the four corners, the ones that believe in the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son. This is Pharisees exposed. Synagogue of Satan. Those who say they are Jews and are not. The wicked Israelites. The Yahweh Shai warned us about these guys, man. In the book of Matthew, chapter 23, and verse 1, he says, Then spake Yahweh Shai to the multitude and to the disciples, saying, The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat, referring to all these leaders, self-proclaimed leaders of Israel, man. The synagogues of Satan. The synagogues of Satan. Verse 3, All therefore whatsoever they bid, ye observe, that observe and do, but do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne. They bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders. Bondage, man. Bondage. Okay? That's those heavy burdens. All right? And that's grievous, man. All right? Like I said in previous videos, you're required to have to purchase their apparel, teach when they say teach what they say teach, dress how they say dress. That's grievous to a grown man. That's bondage, man. That's what that is, man. And that's what these guys are doing. You have to pay these guys, all right? They require payment, okay? All type of burdens, man. That's what these camps are. That's what the synagogue of Satan is referring to. Israelite niggas that bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. So this is describing these niggas who say they are Jews and are not. The synagogue of Satan. That's who the Lord is warning the righteous about. The ones that turned him in to be murdered, who persecuted and murdered the righteous men of the Lord, man. That's who the Lord warned us about. And you have these niggas back today. All right? That's calling themselves apostles and deacons and chief priests and elders. So it says, But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments, and love the uppermost rooms at the feast, and the chief seats in the synagogue. And that's why they're referred to as the synagogue of Satan. That's who it's referring to. Niggas with Bibles, self-proclaimed leaders with their flattering titles: captain, general, elder, chief priest, high priest, elder apostles. This is who Yahweh Shai is warning those righteous men, all right, the apostles, the disciples about, man. And you have those same guys back today in the form of IUIC, in the form of GOCC, in the form of GMS, HODC. That's a wicked Pharisaical order, man, that established under one West. Okay? So he says, and greetings in the market, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. You even got guys referring to these guys as their spiritual fathers, being referred to as Rabbi, as master. But be not ye called Rabbi. Be not called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Yahweh Shai, and all ye are brethren. All ye are brethren. So these guys desire to be exalted. That's why they got these flattering titles. That's why they self-proclaim themselves leaders of Israel. The same ones that lay a heavy burden upon men, basically putting them in bondage. When you look up that word burden, it says oppress the soul, man. Oppress the soul, a form of bondage, man. They have all type of requirements, man. All type of requirements, man. Okay? And the Lord described them to a T. The Lord described these niggas to a T. They fit the description of Matthew's 23. All you ABC alphabet camps. You One West splinter camps. All right? It says ye are all brethren. So it says, and call no man father upon the earth, for one is your father which is in heaven. You have instances where these guys are referred to as spiritual fathers, man. All right? And that's that Catholic Pope spirit, man. All right? Because these guys have been compromised. And you have to be a blind, only a blind man can't see it, man. All right? If you blind, you can't see it. But if you have any sort of consciousness, you can clearly see that these guys have been compromised. They refuse to acknowledge the truth, refuse to be corrected. They fit the description of those that persecuted the Lord and the prophets of old, the apostles. They fit the description to a T. All right. So it says, but he that is greatest among you shall be your servant. Be your servant. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased. And that's what Nathaniel, Bishop Nathaniel did at the Passover, coming in riding on the horse. He exalted himself, man. He exalted himself. So it says, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. And read on, but woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, the synagogue of Satan, those who say they are Jews and are not. For ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men, because you're teaching lies. You're teaching them lies. It have been proven that you guys are false prophets. False prophets. You can't get around it. But the blind leading the blind. So both your followers are blind as well as yourself, man. So it says, woe to the scribes and Pharisees, the synagogue of Satan, ye hypocrites. Hypocrites, actors, man. They not really about the Heavenly Father's business, man. They about their own business. All right? They're just playing a role of a righteous man. All right? They're not sincerely righteous. These guys don't operate out of a pure heart. So it says, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men, for ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. So that's an example of let no man take your crown, man. Y'all crown is being taken. When you enter into these camps and you assemble yourself with the synagogue of Satan, that's an example of you basically giving away your crown, man. It says, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, actors. It's the synagogue of Satan, them that say they are Jews. That's why he called them hypocrites. All right? Hypocrites. For ye devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayer, therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation. The greater damnation. All right, so you wicked Israelites, you niggas with Bibles, those who say they are Jews and are not, you wicked scribes and Pharisees, high priests, chief priests, elders, you're going to receive a greater damnation, man. So stop trying to distract the people with Esau and focus on your conduct. And that's why these guys don't read scriptures like this, man. Because it's too familiar to them. They're reading about themselves, man. This describe you niggas, man, to a T. This you niggas lots. I'm talking to all you alphabet camps, man. All you alphabet camps, man. You one Westers. Okay, so it says you're going to receive a greater damnation. A greater damnation. It says, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye can pass sea and land to make one proselyte. And that goes for all you niggas. All you elders. All right? Elder Tahar and, like I said, Nathaniel, Bishop Nathaniel, Elder Apostle Tahar, and Elder Rakah, and all you guys, man. Reading on. It says, but when he is made, so when you convert somebody to come into your camp, basically persuade somebody to come into your camp, okay? Because that's what it is, persuasion. All right, so when you persuade these young men, these that lack the knowledge of the scriptures, basically playing off their emotions, playing off the fact that the hate that brothers have for Esau. All right. So it says, ye make him twofold more the child of hell, the synagogue of Satan, than yourselves. The child of hell, referring to wicked Israelites, the same way those first generation elders made these second generation elders, referring to the names I mentioned, 2 times the children of hell than them, the same way these current elders are going to make you guys that's coming up under them, which is the third generation of Israelites, of one Westers, two times the child of hell than them. You're gonna be worse than them, just like they worse than their elders. You're gonna be worse than your elders. Let me read that one again. It says, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, synagogue of Satan, them that say they are Jews and are not, hypocrites, for ye can pass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, when you persuade people to enter or to join your camps, you make him twofold more the child of hell, than yourselves. So just like these current elders is regurgitating lies, putting burdens grievous to be borne on men's shoulders. All right? They got it from their elders. The same way you ones that's coming up under them. You already have examples of it with Sakari. He 2 times the child of hell than Tahar, who he came up under. The same way Tahar is 2 times more the child of hell than his elders, Ariah and the rest of those elders that they came up under, man. So it says, woe unto you, ye blind guides. And remember, the blind lead the blind. Both shall fall into the ditch. So all you followers, man-pleasing niggas. That's part of these wicked ass, that's part of the synagogue of Satan. That's following these wicked niggas who say they Jews and are not. You're going to be destroyed as well. It says, which say, whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing but whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gold of the temple that sanctifies the gold? And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing but whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifies the gift? Whosoever therefore shall swear by the altar, sweareth by it, and by all things thereon. And whosoever shall swear by the temple, sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. And he that shall swear by heaven, sweareth by the throne of the power, and him by him that sitteth thereon. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, the synagogue of Satan, hypocrites! For ye pay tithes of mint, anise, and cinnamon, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, which is judgment and mercy and faith. Judgment, mercy, and faith. That's the weightier matters of the law. Not your borders of blue and fringes, man. That's not the weightier matters of the law. Okay? So it says, these all ye have done. So go out and preach that. Judgment, mercy, and faith. Instead of pushing burdens grievous to be borne on and lay them on men's shoulders, man. Bondage, that's what that is, man. Bondage. These all ye have done, and not to leave the others undone. Ye blind guides, which strain at a net and swallow a camel. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, the synagogue of Satan. Hypocrites. Hypocrites, which means actors. They acting like righteous men. They not really righteous. They deeds, their actions don't show it. They fit the description of the synagogue of Satan. All right? They referred to as hypocrites, man. It says, for ye may clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. Extortion, that's what you're doing. All right? That's extortion, what you're doing to your congregations, man. That's what you're doing. Requiring payment. Requiring that they buy your apparel. All right? That they wear your apparel. That's extortion, man. The Lord never left that as an example to extort the people. And access. Thou blind Pharisees, cleanse first which is within the cup and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. I've been amongst these camps, man. I used to be in GMS. All right? And that's describing these the synagogue of Satan to a T, man. It looked good on the outside. But within, it's full of extortion and access, man. That's what it is. You're literally extorting people, man. Requiring them to pay you tithes. Requiring you to pay them tithes. That's why you deny the new covenant. Because you won't be able to extort brothers in the new covenant, under the new contract. That's the purpose for you guys denying the new covenant. Rejecting the new covenant. That's an example of them shutting the doors of heaven, man, to you, man. Taking your crown. because the new covenant is required to make it to the kingdom. You can't get to the kingdom through these guys' camps, man, through One West, through IUIC. That's not the way. Okay? The way is through Yahweh Shai, which is referred to as the new contract. Okay? So it says, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, synagogue of Satan, hypocrites, for ye are like unto withered sepulchres, and indeed appear beautiful outwardly. All right, you see Nate in they purple, IUIC in they purple, marching, chanting. You look beautiful outwardly, but are within full of dead man bones. Examine their doctrine. They're false prophets, man. And that's the bottom line. I don't care how much you march and chant. I don't care how glorious your garments and your borders of blue and fringes are, man. If you add to the word or taking away, according to the book of Revelations, you're gonna be taken written out of the book of life, man. According to what's written in the Bible, man. Okay? So when you examine these guys, examine Tahar, examine Gorilla Hebrew and Sakari and they breakdowns. Examine GOCC. They full of dead man bones. False prophecy, man. False prophets. So it says, and of all uncleanliness, referring to who? The synagogue of Satan. The ones who persuade those to come into their organization under their teachings and make them 2 times the child of hell than they are, man. Wicked Israelites that exist today in the form of these alphabet camps, man. So it says, even so ye are also outwardly appear righteous unto men. So to these to a fool, all right, to a fool who's not, who the Lord haven't given the Holy Spirit to the carnal eye, you guys appear righteous. You appear righteous to the world, man. But within are full of hypocrisy and iniquity. Who is this referring to? The synagogue of Satan. Israelites. Israelites. All right? Those elders and chief priests, those who persecuted Yahweh Shai, man. Who killed the men of the Lord, man. Who turned the Lord in to be killed, basically, by Esau, man. It was you niggas. Y'all fit the description. Y'all the one that denied Yahweh Shai, man, and denied the new covenant. Y'all the one that's teaching lies. Y'all the one that bear burdens on men's shoulders, man. Grievous burdens, man, on men's shoulders, man. All right? You the guys with all the requirements. So it says you guys are full of hypocrisy and iniquity, man. Who else fit this description? Who else could this be referring to amongst Israel? It says, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye built the tombs of the prophets and garnished the sepulchres of righteousness, and say, if we had been in the days of our father, we would not have been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. That's what your mouth say, but your actions showing something different. Wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them that killed the prophets. You are the synagogue of Satan. You are the synagogue of Satan, man. All right? It says, wherefore be ye witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them that killed the prophets. You false prophets. That's why I say examine these guys' doctrine. It's full of false prophecy. It's full of false prophecy. All right? It says, fill ye up then the measure of your fathers. All right? You're coming in the same spirit as your forefathers, the wicked scribes and Pharisees of that time. The ones that turned the Lord in. That's you guys, man. That's your portion. That's your place. That's your part in the scriptures. All right? That's the role that you playing in the Lord's movie, man. The part that you niggas playing in the Lord's movie is the part of the synagogue of Satan. So it said, ye serpents, ye generation of vipers, how can ye escape the damnation of hell? The damnation of hell, remember, you're going to receive greater damnation. All right, so you guys fit this description. Nobody else in Israel fit this description but you niggas. Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues, and persecute them from city to city to city. All right, these guys got camps set up in every city. All right, even in other countries, man. Guys that's 2 times the child of hell than they are. Persecuting righteousness. If you come with a doctrine out of the Bible and give them the understanding through the precepts, and it's not what they elder taught them, they're gonna persecute you, man. They're gonna reject it. They're gonna say, call you a bug out. All right, that's the example of you guys playing y'all role as the wicked scribes and Pharisees at the synagogue of Satan, as those niggas who claim to be Jews and are not. That's y'all role in the Lord's movie, man. Okay, it says that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of the righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, the son of Barachas, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killeth the prophets, the synagogue of Satan, man. Those who say they are Jews and are not, thou that killeth the prophets and stoneth them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathered her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your houses is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till ye shall say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. So, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Understand that. That's an example of them worshiping at thy feet, man. Not at your literal feet, not bowing your head, all right? But you're not going to be blessed. You're not going to see the Yahweh Shai, man. Until you say, blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. Till you acknowledge the true men of the Lord, basically, man. Okay? Until you acknowledge the true men of the Lord, man. So, this is describing you niggas, man. All right? The same way Revelation 35, Salakia, Revelation 3 and 9 is describing you niggas, man. The same way. You the ones claim to sit in Moses' seat. Right? So y'all playing the role of the wicked Pharisees, man. Okay? Y'all are playing that role. So let me get another precept. Let's see. Let's go to this Matthew 11. I want to finish on this. So that's y'all condemnation, man. That's y'all role in the Lord's movie. All right, you fooling yourself. But the scriptures condemn you, man. So, I mean, he who have ears, let him hear. So this is Matthew 11 and verse 28. It says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." I will give you rest from what? Those burdens that's grievous to be borne, that's laid upon men's shoulders. All those requirements, the Lord gonna give you rest. Not these camps, man. They gonna put you in bondage, man. They gonna lay burdens on you, man. All right, it says, "Take my yoke," referring to Yahweh Shai, not the yoke of Nate, not the yoke of Tahar, not the yoke of Rakah. None of these niggas, man. "Upon you and learn of me." Go in the scriptures and learn, study to show thyself approved. That's what this talking about. All right, the Lord yoke requirement is for you to study. All right, search the scriptures. That's the yoke he talking about, and you'll learn of him. "For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls." So that's where the rest come at, man, for your soul. See, dealing with those guys is grievous, man. Okay? It's grievous. It says, "For my yoke is easy." It's easy. All right? You're not required to wear a particular type of apparel. You're not required to come to this nigga school. All right? You're not required to pay this nigga, man. The Lord yoke is easy. All you got to do is have a Bible, open it up, study and read. "Blessed is he that readeth, and doeth what the scriptures actually say. And my burden is light." Not like the synagogue of Satan burdens, man, that they lay on men's shoulders. It's not light, man. They burdens not light. So that's the point, man. All right. I just wanted to show you the similarities of these alphabet camps and the wicked Pharisees Yahweh Shai was referring to in the book of Matthew 23. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.